So Honeylove sent me some new shapewear. It all came while I was on my period, so it wasn't exactly a good time to try it on. The fact that I could just go was a mind shock. I am honestly still kind of wrapping my head around that one. You probably never would think that the one thing that made your day would be to wear shapewear, but it was so easy. So Honeylove sent me some new shapewear, and I tried one or two pieces. It all came while I was on my period, so it wasn't exactly a good time to try it on. But what they sent me today, it's definitely different than what they've previously done. This isn't sponsored. You guys know that I just happen to love Honeylove, and I've done a couple of reviews on the products. The shapewear that I ordered, well, the shapewear that I asked for was to kind of cover more of the range. So I've got the bodysuit on, and I have to say the one thing about these pieces is they have almost like a boning to them that they didn't have before, especially in just like the bottom shapewear that I had. I ordered three pieces. Well, I asked for three different ones. I asked for this because it's got the low cut back to it, so it comes down right about there. And then I asked for some of the like the short briefs, and then I think I asked for a pair of actual shorts. I can look and see. But this is one of those things where I kind of hesitantly was like, I don't know how this is going to work, especially for somebody with my body type where I'm trying to get something, especially in a bodysuit where like the bottom needs to fit and everything's going to be thicker, and I had to like get it over my hips to get it up top. It took me a second. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a struggle. I'm always a little bit aware that with having my nails done, sometimes I can dig a hole in this. And some of the pieces that I got didn't have the little divider, like kind of pee hole at the bottom. This one does, which is really nice, especially for a piece like this where it means that you can kind of pull and adjust the legs a little bit better. But I'm really surprised. I thought that this was going to be my least favorite one, and I think it's my favorite. You probably never would think that the one thing that made your day would be to wear shapewear, but it was so easy. One of the reasons that I wear shapewear is because it kind of smooths everything out. It's not necessarily about making it smaller for me. It's that it makes it a little bit more even on my body. Anywhere anything kind of just naturally pokes out a little bit more, it gives more of a smoothness for me. I have a little bit more of a thickness on my thigh over here, so it makes them a little bit more even. I carry a little bit more weight in the top of my butt than I do in the bottom, and so sometimes it can look a little kind of boom, and this really smooths that out. So I'm definitely a big fan of that. And this also means that we're getting ready for today. I've gotten some new dresses. I purchased some new dresses from Amazon. The one that I've been wearing, that's my pink one that I really, really like. I actually think that I need to get this bodysuit maybe in a lighter color. We'll see. Because as much as I like that dress, I noticed, especially when we wore it for, well, maybe I'll put it on right now, actually. Honestly, it's perfection. No notes. I don't even know what I was thinking. This is one of those, do I wear these shoes with this? I could, but it's going to take me a whole extra 20 minutes to figure out how those shoes fit. There's a lot of stuff that I could go into details with what I want to wear with this, but I really do want to wear the Prada bag because we only have her for so long. You guys know that I've been testing out Vibrel. I did an entire little chat in my last video about that, and if you want to know what I think about like owning designer bags versus renting them, and why I actually feel like it's kind of a very smart financial decision to consider both. This dress, oh, okay, so it fixes a lot of problems that I had. One, this dress is too sheer to have anything white underneath it. It really pops out underneath. The other thing I was finding is the shapewear that I had was so old that it felt like you could kind of see the roll right here. There is a little bit of a like something just in the naturalness of the shapewear, but everything is smoothed and snatched. Honestly, you guys know I love Honeylove. I'm a big, big fan. I would not be talking about it if I wasn't. I would not be giving it to my mother if I didn't actually love this stuff. I talk about it constantly. And this is so comfortable, especially for the stuff where you feel like you don't have, it's nice to know when you're like, oh, I have a white bra, but nude like shapewear. If you have a bodysuit like this, it's all just one and done for you, and it's perfect. And it's not leaving any kind of crazy lines for me. Like, there's a little bit of indentation I can see, but like obviously no matter what you have on, you're going to know that there's kind of something underneath it. This is just so seamless. Love it. I'm obsessed with it. I've just eaten wearing the bodysuit, and it is still really comfortable. You can definitely tell when you sit down that there is more structure in the side. There's been previously in some of the Honeylove stuff, so you're getting that kind of, you will feel a little bit of that bend, but more importantly, I've peed wearing it. And I have to say, one of the previous issues I had with Honeylove Shapewear that is several years old is that designed to make it so that you didn't have to take it off and giving you the pee hole wasn't long enough. And I'm assuming that Honeylove got feedback on that. And obviously this is a bit TMI, but I did take a second to figure out like, how far does this go? Like, am I really gonna have to hold this? Like, is it going to give me the range that I want to make sure that I'm like not gonna pee on it at all? Like, what does it feel like when it is physically on? And I did, of course, pull it to the side a little bit just for my own personal mental comfort, but like, it was so seamless. It felt really weird because you're like, why am I peeing with clothes still on in that full capacity? Like, that mentally was just a little bit of a mind boggle, but otherwise the actual experience of like needing to pee out and about, I'm somebody who has to pee a lot. I drink a lot of water. It is something that I have to calculate for in my day. So the fact that I could just go, other than like needing to make sure that like it's kind of positioned, it's still, the fact that I could just go was a mind shock. I am honestly still kind of wrapping my head around that one. You know what I just realized when I got in the shower is that the only thing that I haven't complained about to myself today is that Honeylove bodysuit. And surprisingly, not surprisingly for you, but surprisingly for me, it's gonna end up being an entire vlog because I have had one of those days where there has just been so much under the surface rage, stuff that I didn't quietly know was kind of going on under like for a while now. And as I've been like trying to give myself space to process that out, I got in the shower and I thought, you know, the only thing that has truly just like, without me having to prompt myself to be like, I'm grateful for that and to like talk myself into it, has been that Honeylove bodysuit today. I was a little bit sad when I took it off to get in the shower. I realized that like I set it aside and I thought, well, you know, I wore it all day and I peed in it, and for the most part there wasn't any like overlap. There might have been a tiny bit. I thought, I don't know if I could like wear it again and not wash it. And then I thought, I'm kind of sad. Like, the fact that it's not an option for me to wear again tomorrow simply because I've kind of done all of that. And it was just so nice to have everything smooth and snatched because I just really prefer that. But also that when doing that, I didn't have to worry about managing my bra and my shapewear for the day, especially in that dress where it is a little bit more sheer. I tend to need a moderate amount of support when it comes to my chest, and I talked all about that in the Honeylove video, which I'm assuming if you're watching this, you watched that before. So it was okay for me. It was comfortable for me. But I was so surprised that that was my thought tonight. I was, man, that's the one thing that I haven't complained about. Like, I actually, you probably never would think that the one thing that made your day would be to wear shapewear, but it was so easy. Like, it was so nice. Even so, because it wasn't two pieces, but like, it was just so easy. And the lower back, like, it was just, oh, what a wonderful thing to get to experience today. I'm so grateful for that. So as always, my discount link lives in the description box below. That gives you guys, I think, 20% off, and it stacks on top of any other sales they have. So whether or not you're watching this video when I put it out in like April, or you circle back to it for something around like the holiday time, assuming they did what they did last year, my discount always stacks on top of everything else. So I do make affiliate commission from that. It doesn't cost you any more. It just means that I get compensated for sharing it with you. And it also tells the Honeylove team that I sent you to them. I don't know that you guys care about this, but a lot of times what happens whenever we as creators share links with you guys, or you find some kind of inspiration from a creator, you totally have every right to shop however you want to shop. But sometimes you have a creator that you really want to support with it and you might forget about it, and so you come back to a link later or you shop it later and you're not actually telling the brand that you got sent from that original creator. Now with the discount link, that's not necessarily a thing because they know and it's great incentive for you to come use it. But if you have a creator that you really love and a creator you really want to support and you want to make sure that they continue to get, you know, brand partnerships that really align and things that really feel like they are suited for you and kind of helping you get those things that you wouldn't discover on your own, going back and shopping their links whenever you're actually ready to buy is super helpful. It makes sure that you get the discount, but it also makes sure that like the people who are inspiring you and who are kind of helping you in the little details of your everyday get credit for doing so. But also not even just that they get credit, they know that you've heard them. Like, that kind of has more impact than you realize, is that if we've shared something and then we can see that you've shopped from that and we can actually see it, because sometimes, to be fair, you might love stuff that gets recommended and it takes you a little bit of time to shop that. You're not ready to shop that. You're just curious about it. You kind of forget about it. Totally valid. But I think it's not even sometimes the compensation that comes with it. It's just the actual knowing that like something you shared with somebody has impact, because you can see that it went past more than just their like initial curiosity. So that's a thought to share at the end of the day, because I don't know that everybody thinks about it that way. I do, but it's just one of those things that I feel like is on my brain. So yeah. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go grab the groceries off the porch because I forgot to order the coffee until now, do some laundry, and yeah, I will be back with another vlog in a couple of days. This was unexpected, and if you made it to the end, thank you so much for spending this quality time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you. It is a good to have a good day. To have a good day. I will see you in another vlog soon. I need to go. Bye, guys.